Okay, so we are just inviting you first to take 3 deep breaths. Just breathing with your nose. You can move your arms if it helps. And breathe out with your mouth.
Breathe in through your nose or mouth.
Really deeply.
And breathe out.
Breathing. And breathe out. Take your time.
How much time do we spend giving attention to our thighs? That's what we're doing now. And as I pay attention to my thighs, maybe I can feel whether they're tight or whether one thigh is warmer than the other. I don't know. Just like that. Feel the thighs. Sense them and say, I can feel you. I can sense you. I can see you. I am connected to you. I accept you. And I love you. Very, very much so. I love you.
And I invite you now to be connected to your hips. And perhaps you can put your hands on your hips and feel, sense. Perhaps that you can move lightly with your hips. Just sense the sensation inside of you. How does it move? Just sense. Sense the connection. I feel you. I sense you. I'm connected to you. I accept you. Drop your hips. And I love you. I love you. Sense the fluidity inside your hips. And move slightly. I love you.
And as we keep going up in the body, let's pay attention to our spine. Just from the hip all the way to our skull, our spine. And I don't know what is the somatic move that comes to you when we attend our spine, when we pay attention to our spine, but the somatic movement that comes to me is this one. so that I can feel it. And so I want to say to this dear spine of ours, I can feel you, I sense you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for holding me and everything in my body. I accept you. I am connected to you. I love you. I love you.
And just sense now the connection to your shoulders, your right shoulders and your left shoulders. Just feel the connection inside of you. How does it move? You can go in front of you, you can go back, you can move the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Just sense the connection. Slightly, softly, feel. Connection to your somatic mind. Just feel. And say inside of you or out loud, I see you. I sense you. I accept you. I am connected to you. And I love you. I love you.
I love you. Dear shoulders, I love you. There's so much tension there sometimes. And so let's continue now with our arms. Maybe you can feel your arms now. You can let them express themselves, express what they want to say. It's time we give our attention to our arms. Arms that carry so much. So I want to say, I see you. I want to say, I feel you. Thank you for being there for me. I'm connected to you. I accept you. And I love you. I love you.
And now be aware of your wrist, your hands, and your fingers. Just move and sense the connection with your wrists, your arms, your shoulders, your fingers, Just let them express. Just let your arms, your wrist, and your hands and fingers express themselves. Show yourself to the world. Connection to your hands, your soul. And say inside of you or out loud, I see you. I sense you. I am connected to you. I accept you. And I love you. I love you.
And as I feel and sense my hands, I can start maybe putting them on my belly so that I connect to my belly, to my center. And as I breathe in and out, I can see, I can feel my body moving, my belly moving with my breathing. I sense the connection to my belly and the breathing, the connection to my center, connection to my base. I can feel it. Say, hi, belly. Thank you for being there for me. I see you. I feel you. I'm connected to you. And I want to be connected to you more often. I accept you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you. I accept you. And I love you. I love you.
And now go up to your heart and feel the connection to your heart. Feel the sensation with your heart, really deeply inside of you. Just feel, sense. Feel you're open to give and open to receive. Feel your openness to the field and to something bigger than you. Just feel and say inside of you or out loud, I see you. I sense you. I sense your breath Breathe in and breathe out. I'm connected to you. I accept you. And I love you. I love you.
I love you. I move my hands up. I reach my neck that's there holding my head, but also holding my throat, through which my voice comes out. I want to pay attention, with all my attention now to my neck. Here, neck of mine. Beautiful neck. Oh, I see you now. I can feel you, sense you. I'm connected to you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for holding that heavy head. I'm connected to you now. I accept you. And I love you. I love you.
I love you. And sense the connection to your face, to your forehead, to your eyebrows, to your eyes. I see you. To your cheeks and to your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. To your mouth, to your smile, to your words. Just sense your face. I see you. I sense you. I'm connected to you. To your hair. I accept you. And I love you. Just the way you are.
I love you. I love you, beautiful face of mine. I love you, forehead. Why are you so tense sometimes? But I love you. I love you, dear eyes that let my brightness and light shine through. I love you, my nose that filters the air that comes into my body and gives me oxygen. I love you, dear cheeks. I love you, dear lips. Yeah, let me speak my words and my truth. I love you, dear teeth. So many of them make this beautiful smile of mine. I love you, tongue. Help me speak my words and my truth. And I love you, skull. I love you, head. I love you, dear ears, that allow me to hear people's voices and laughters and birds singing and the wind and the sea and so much more. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there for me.
And now that you are connected to each part of your body, be aware of the connection from your feet to the center of the earth. Be aware of the connection from your head to the sky, to the universe, to the spirit.
And let your skin be connected to the field.
Sense the connection to the field.
Breathe the connection.
And bring fluidity inside of you, from head to heart, to belly, to feet, from the earth to the sky. Just feel the connection.
Feel.
Just sense your body. And let your somatic mind express what it wants. Just feel the connection.
Just feel the connection. Feel the connection.
And perhaps that you can give yourself a self-hug to thank yourself for this journey of connection to yourself.
And thank this beautiful body of yours. Thank the body for being there for you, allowing you to have all these feelings, all these sensations. Thank you, body. Thank you. I love you.
And you can take a deep breath and just open your eyes when you are ready.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Oh. How was the journey for you? Is there anyone who wants to share something?
Yeah, it was very pleasant, calm, relaxing, connecting with the body.
Mm.
And it was also a reminder for me that I need to do this practice daily, as Stephen suggests that we should do.
Yeah, 45 minutes a day.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Because we live in our body. So thank you, Prakash.
Thank you.
Katie?
I found it so helpful to have the music, but it was hard to hear your instructions. So I was so glad that you turned that off. It really helped me focus. And I think the thing that was most meaningful to me was giving my body love. Each part gets this love. And I so appreciated hearing both of your voices also saying it and being able to take it in from you as well as give it to myself. So thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Katie. Thank you so much. Charles, yes?
Quite so, just wonderful and quite strange, I just don't know these parts. I don't connect. I haven't until now connected in this way. There's strangeness in that experience. So really nice to do, really unfamiliar, new frontier, and kind of crash zones on the horizon. Just not used to just slowing down and just having this space to refamiliarize, make friends, start to get to know, especially these parts. Very interesting. Yeah, thank you. Enjoyed it.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. Akim?
Yeah.
I feel like when you bump into a friend on the street that you haven't seen in a while.
Wow. That's great.
Great.
That's super.
Are you going to see that friends often from now?
It was definitely a beautiful invitation to maybe come for dinner.
So it was a good friend.
It's a very good friend, and it
Perfect.
feels beautiful. Thank you both so much.
Thank you, Akim.
It was so nourishing and so warm inside now. So warm of the feeling, the sensation in the body, but also in the heart. And it was a beautiful meeting with my body and you too. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna Maria. Thank you.
Anne?
Yeah, parts of me were just so happy to be celebrated and acknowledged. Like my ears got very excited and my face felt seen, and it was quite sensual really. But it was okay. I felt that's okay and safe and just a nice reconnection and holding space.
Super.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah.
And I'd like to give some feedback too, how I felt about the exercise. And it was funny because I really realized it when we came to the hands, and there was so much playfulness there. And I thought, wow, the hands are the parts that we see more often and that we use more often too. So is it a reason why it's, easier to express ourselves with our hands, or what is it? And then there was for me a lot of playfulness. And then I sensed that, yes, up to the hips, it was very like an energy of maybe more of fierceness, and then came the playfulness, and with the heart, the tenderness. And that's what I noticed with the exercise. I thought that was interesting. And And yes, I love to connect to the body. I wish I did it every day. I don't, but it's such a good feeling to be able to connect to every single part and thank them for being there and just acknowledge the work they do for us and connect. Yeah, so thank you for sharing this experience with us.
Thank you for sharing your experience too, Leila.
Yeah.
By the way, as a dancer, I'm doing somatic movements every day, and I would like, and with what you were saying, Leila, I am really curious to know if there are some parts of you which it was more difficult to connect, or easier, perhaps.
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Just to everyone, I was just curious to know if it was for you if you have some difficulties to connect yourself to some parts, or if it was easier with some others. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was Charles. Yes.
I find it very interesting. So I'm more familiar with everything underneath here.
Yeah.
And I have a history and we know each other and I can re-familiarize quite quickly and each of the parts, and that all makes sense. And then I get here and it's like, what's up here? So that was interesting. Just complete, like I'm in a new space. I just don't know these. That's why I said it was strange. I was almost shy. Especially, yeah, everything up here, ears, eyes. So it wasn't like I didn't enjoy it. I did, but it was like the first meeting.
That's why it's so important to take the time to connect ourselves to each part, because we have it's sometimes easier to connect to our feet on the floor, and for others it's different with the hands or with the head or with the face or with the heart, and we sense that even when we are saying all the mantras. I see you, I'm connected to you, I love you. Sometimes it's difficult. It's more difficult with head, heart, gut, or it depends. Is there someone else who wants to share, or yeah, Katie?
I always find it really easy to connect to my heart. It's kind of my go-to. I feel like, I go there a lot. So that's really simple and quick. My hips are a little more problematic. I feel like connected to them and not connected to them. I feel a little bit of pain or discomfort that I kind of want to flee from. And it's really hard to stay there and give it a love and even attention. So I've found that I had to kind of keep my hands on my hips and try to be more tactile to maintain that connection.
Yeah. It's a good way to maintain the connection, and perhaps to try to move a little bit, slightly, just to sense. Thank you, Katie.
I think I've been missing out my face somehow. Just the touch and the delicacy, really, of all that I present to the world without ever really acknowledging. Yeah, I think that was quite meaningful, quite touching, really. Yeah, it shows up every day, and yeah, I give it a few glances, check there's nothing too revolting going on, and that's it. Don't give it. Whereas this is literally what shows up on my behalf.
Yeah.
The day.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Yeah. Sometimes we take so much for granted that we don't give it attention, and we just stand up on our feet in the morning, and then we go by our day, and then we're down in our habits, and then the, you know, the next move is, or the next everything is planned on our schedule, and then the day goes by, and this is it, we're back in bed. And we don't pay attention. And this slowing down and just paying attention, and sometimes one thing at a time, and allows us, I think, to live with more awareness and consciousness of what's going on and what we're able to give to the world and to ourselves and to others. Just very, very simply, sometimes with a look or a smile or a gesture or presence.
Yeah. Even in the shower in the morning, just be aware of your body, of each part. It could be a good way each morning to think about it.
Yes. I love you, arm. I love you, arm. I think it's worth a try, really. It's
yeah. Tomorrow morning, we are going to try that.
And so I'm curious. I would like to explore with you the somatic movement you would give to your relation to your body now.
It's different than the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel it differently, I'm sure. Thank you. Is there any question that you have before we end that session? Yeah.
Do you plan to do this again?
Yes, we are planning to do that several times with the connection to the field, with different topics. So connection to the field, connection to nature, connection to the spirit, connection to the collective, etc. And so it will be a different way to explore connections.
And
yes,
yes, Prakash.
Yeah. So one of the things Stephen covered was the three minds, and I was wondering whether in future we, when you do this, whether you sort of connect to the three minds,
yeah,
yes.
We could do something. That's a really good suggestion. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Prakash. We'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
The three minds, yes. And the three minds is a very, very powerful connection. And so as this is recorded, for those who have access to the Creative Mind website, this video will be on it. And then you can do this over. Is everybody here on Creative Mind or no? Yes? Yes, everyone? Okay, so then you'll find it there. It's perfect. And if you can't find it for some reason, just let us know. But the moment we end this, we'll send the recording to Oksana and Richard, and they'll put it on the Creative Mind, so you can redo again the session as many times as you want. So it'll be there for you.
Before the next session.
For the next session.
So So I would just like to sort of thank you, Leila and Nathalie, because your generosity over the few months I've been doing Creative Mind is absolutely amazing, you know. And I love this Creative Mind community so much, and that's because people like you sort of put so much in it. So thank you.
Thank you, Prakash.
Thank you, Prakash. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we go back to our bodies. So have a nice afternoon, evening, night, or morning, I don't know. And so see you very soon. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting to yourself and to your body. And just remember this feeling and connect as many times as you need to. Until the next time. Have a lovely
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Merci bien.
Bye.